our third Surly beer for the month of July. We do have another one hiding in our beer fridge, but I think we're going to hold on to that one for a little bit, and I'm not going to tell you what it is. But we do have their 10th anniversary, Surly 10. It is an old ale, and part of me is sad because I do feel like this is the kind of beer that would age pretty well, but you know, I want to drink it now. So let me tell you a little bit about this beer. It's got a super cool label on it. Surly is one of those beers that they really put a lot of cool artwork on their stuff. This one has like a mad scientist on it, and it's designed by an artist named Brandon Holt, so shout out to him, very cool. On the back, I'm going to tell you what it says. It says, 10 years is hard to summarize in a couple sentences. Hell, it's hard to even comprehend all that has happened since I helped Todd brew our first batch on New Year's Eve, 2005. So many great people have been a part of this journey, helping Surly tackle challenges we hadn't even dreamed of when we filled those first kegs. Thanks to Todd for 10 years of tireless work and exceptional beer, and to everyone who has enjoyed those beers with us. Cheers, and here's to 10 more. And that's from Omar Ansari. And this particular beer is brewed with pale ale, crystal malts, invert sugar, and aged on toasted sassafras. This celebratory old ale is meant for sharing. Amber in color with aged flavors of toffee, sherry, and vanilla sassafras, finishing with a warming, full-bodied swallow. So, you know, as opposed to some of their other beers, this one, it kind of sounds like love. You know, it just has all these warm flavors going on. I expect it to be kind of like a different direction in general from the other two that we had by them. And I'm really looking forward to this one. So we'll be right back after we get this wax cap off. But first, I want to show you something cool. Alright, here we go. Ooh. Now I know they said amber, but it looks a little bit more dark caramel, toffee brown to me. I guess that does fall into the amber category in terms of color. It's definitely a little bit reddish, but it's very dark. I was not expecting it to be quite this dark in color, but it is an old ale. I don't get to drink as many of those as I would like. It's not a style that's, I don't know, isn't super popular like some of the other styles are right now. But I do like that. That's kind of just like, again, I think there's a little bit of a theme here. It's a very warm, rich brown color. I do like it. What little head was there, kind of gone for the most part. Yeah, not a bad looking beer, but not exactly as beautiful as I might have expected. But whatever. Let's see what it smells like. Oh, that does smell good. I get a little bit of the vanilla that they're talking about, but not so much the sassafras. Now I will say, I don't know if I've ever actually had sassafras. It has been described as slightly licorice tasting to me. I know for a fact that I do not like licorice, but I'm hoping that it will play well off of the vanilla that they're describing, and plus with it being an old ale, all of those will just end up being just this warm, delicious flavor. But I like the way it smells. By the aroma alone, I think this beer is too cold. So I'm actually going to stop here and wait a few minutes, and we're going to smell it again in about 4 or 5 minutes when it's had a chance to warm up. Yeah, usually you can tell, this is just something I've learned through experience, is that when you smell a beer and they're describing all these aromas, if you're not getting it, it's probably because your beer's not warm enough. And give it a few minutes. Once the aroma starts to pick up, that's when you really want to start drinking it. Otherwise, you're going to be missing out on a lot of these flavors that the brewers really are putting a lot of hard work and effort into getting for you. So, be back again. Alright, we're back again. I've let the beer warmed up. I promise I haven't snuck a sip on you. So, here goes. We're going to smell it again and see where it takes us. Oh yeah. Oh, I am so glad I waited. So that vanilla, way more present in the aroma, and you're getting a lot of the smells that I was expecting with it being an old ale. There's a little bit of dark fruit, as in like a raisin or a fig or something along those lines. I think that's why people say dark fruit, because it's not super specific, I think, to any particular fruit. It's just in that direction. And it's really lovely. That smells a lot better. So definitely want to let this one warm up a bit. While I'm thinking about it, I forgot to check the ABV. Let's see if I can find it. Nope. That's the volume. I don't know where it's hiding on here. 9.5. Alright. So, not super high, not super low, certainly. Kind of what you would expect for an old ale. I am ready to try this. I don't know about you guys. That is delicious. That is what I was hoping for. It tastes a lot the way it smells. There's this wonderful vanilla on the front, followed by all those dark fruits. And I think the sassafras that they're talking about, that actually comes at the end. It's sort of a, I don't want to say licorice, but it's got that, like, that twang. And by licorice, they're talking about the black licorice, not the red licorice. And it's good. It counteracts some of that sweetness that came before it, but it is definitely a very rich tasting beer. I wouldn't pair this with a bunch of other heavier foods. I would probably drink this on its own, or maybe pair it with something like cheese. But everything goes well in my book with cheese. That is just so good. I really am enjoying this brewery. I am gonna have to make an actual road trip out there and get a hold of some of this stuff in person, because this is amazing. And I'm sitting here thinking, this beer is this good. This came out in May and it's really good, and I can only imagine how much better these flavors would get with a little bit of age. It certainly would, I think, cellar pretty well, and you'd be able to find it in the dark. Anyhow, I would buy this one. If you can find it, get it. You will not be disappointed. And thank you guys for watching BeerFork. Thanks again for watching BeerFork. I'm Melanie. We would love for you to subscribe so you can continue checking out our beer reviews and see what we're drinking. If you've got something to say about this particular episode, please like or comment below. If you want to see more of what we're drinking off air, we're also on Untappd, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, and they're all a little bit different. And if you want to watch more right now, check out these two episodes over here. We've got our most recent episode and a random episode just for you.